He's out there in that green jersey. Bruce Irons, a former pipe master. He'll be in the white. Seth Moniz. He's the young man that's starting to really make a name for himself. But it is a remarkable lineup here. Ronnie Blakey with Pete Mel. And Pete, it looks like the former big wave tour champ, Makuakai Rothman's going to get things started nicely here.
Very nice to get that quick rhythm instantaneously into a scoring wave. You better capitalize right here. Makuakai Rothman does it perfectly. Look at that. Straight underneath it, in and out, clean exit on a bigger set wave. What a way to start the heat.
Beautiful. This guy started surfing pipe before his 10th birthday and has really found his place in this lineup. And
again, the lefts here and there's been some gems, and that was one of them. Deep.
I've surfed once in the last over 3 weeks now, but it's like riding a bike.
Well, we're going to call it high altitude training for Hank Gasker's working for him. Congratulations, you're on the next round.
Thanks, Kappa.
Some movement here at the peak. And taking off, dropping to the bottom of this one is the man in red, Kiron Jabour. Little slice off the top. Might get you some points at any other venue on the schedule. Wasn't able to progress. So we'll see if he can get himself into the quarters here.
You know, Kiron does have a ton of experience growing up here, and it is incredible.
Makuakai up at the moment, trying to find a backup. Casual off the bottom, hoping this wave reels off. Doesn't have the barrel, so he's out of there.
Comfortable, you know, and allow you to kind of sit and utilize that priority. I mean, this wave did look like it could have moved through that inside portion of the reef and barrel for him. But it did not, so he kicks out. But again, there's still plenty of time to back up the 757. Especially.
Look at this one. Nice peak.
Shaping up beautifully for the man in blue, Seth Moniz, and he's going to find the exit. Not much of a face there for him to dig into, but I hope he gets the opportunity to ramp one up for us, Pete, because he's been laying down some huge airs. But that was a great barrel, nice and deep.
Nice positioning on the takeoff. You see that he was literally behind the apex of the peak, which is where you need to be, especially, you know, we call them A-frames, and it looks like a big A-frame house as it comes in, and you've got to get on one side of the A-frame and traverse through the middle of it, just like he does right here. Wave stays open, comes out with the spit. Looked at the maneuver here, but decides, I'll stay on the outside, save some time, and find his way into it.
Well, taking off. All style under the lip is Seth. Not a lot of time behind the curtain, but he might better the 2.67. We'll find out in a moment. Here goes Bruce making his move. A late drop. He goes over the falls.
I certainly can, mate. It was way back when in the 90s. There's Kiron Jabour, I think, up and riding when I could see the back of that left as it peels off into the sandbar, but looked kind of ugly. Yeah, I got invited. I was on Kauai and I got invited.
Kiron Jabour taking off, finding a nice little barrel. He'll get the exit. Not one of the bigger waves. You can see the competitors looking a little antsy out there on the takeoff zone.
Take a look here. Nice technique. That stalling with the backside into the wave slows you down to maximize tube time. Move to that portion of the reef looking for those quality waves.
Well, Kiron did manage to chip away at the lead Makuakai had established. So he's after a 5.18. Had a look at that one.
On that outside portion, he's now look like he's making a move.
Bruce is chasing a big number. Seth Moniz is out in front. He's trying to get rid of a 2.67 here. He should do that.
For sure.
So a good finish to the heat for Seth. He might have stitched up his place in the quarterfinals with that one. 50 seconds remaining. Can Makuakai hold on to second position?
Well, where does this set hit on the reef?
You can tell Makuakai's got an eye on Kiron. He's down the line, tucked into the barrel. Needs a 5.18. He's going to try and add the extras with a nice little grab rail carb out onto the final section. Really swings at the oncoming left.
That's a nice comparison, you know, but then there's the maneuvers at the end.
Well, Seth had a 5, and he had a pretty significant barrel ride at the start of his wave. Wasn't the biggest wave that we've seen, but he was nice and deep. This one's coming to a close, and Makuakai's going to be nervous out in the back, wondering what Kiron's last wave came through at. Let's have a look at it.
Down the reef, you know, it depends how barrel did he get, you know, and we're looking into it, so it's a little bit challenging to know how deep he was because we saw him the whole time. And I really think this last maneuver, had he really truly sold it, which he pretty much didn't, that would have been you know, a very interesting score, but I feel like it's going to come a little short.
And it has. It's fallen short, and Makua holds on to second position. He's through to the quarterfinals, along with the heat winner, Seth Moniz.